Have you ever had that little thought in the back of your mind, is a robot coming for my job? Well, the truth is, the world of work is changing faster than ever. But the real story isn't about mass unemployment. It's about a massive transformation. So let's get real about what's actually happening. And more importantly, how you can come out on top.
Okay, so to really get a handle on where we're going, we first have to appreciate the sheer scale of this thing. We're not talking about a few small tweaks here and there. Nope, this is a fundamental, top-to-bottom reshuffling of the entire job market. And the numbers you're about to see, yeah, they might seem a little scary at first, but stick with me because they actually point to where the biggest opportunities are hiding.
All right, let's just get the big, scary number out of the way. The World Economic Forum predicts that AI and new tech could displace around 92 million jobs by 2030. That is a huge number, no doubt about it. And it represents real disruption for millions of people. It's the reason so many of us are feeling a little anxious.
But that number, it doesn't even tell half the story. Because over that exact same period, technology is expected to create 170 million new jobs. You do the math, that's a net gain of 78 million jobs. So you see, this isn't a story about jobs disappearing. It's a story about jobs changing. The real question is, what will those new jobs actually look like? And that right there is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's great that all these new jobs are on the horizon, but how do you make sure you're the one qualified to get them? Well, the answer isn't just a new skill. It's a whole new way of thinking.
The one big mindset shift we all need to make is to stop fearing automation and start embracing augmentation. The goal of all this new tech isn't to replace you. It's to give you superpowers. It's to supercharge your abilities, making you more efficient, more creative, and way more valuable than ever before.
To really make that shift happen, you need the right tools in your toolkit. And that brings us to the first pillar of a truly future-proof career, developing what we call AI-augmented skills. Now, this isn't about becoming a master coder overnight. It's much simpler. It's about learning to work with AI, not against it.
So, what does this augmentation actually look like on a normal Tuesday afternoon? Well, it looks like collaboration. By 2030, the World Economic Forum sees our work tasks being split almost evenly 3 ways: stuff only humans do, stuff machines do, and a whole lot of stuff in a new hybrid space. The most valuable people are going to be the ones who can live and thrive right there, in that hybrid zone.
Now, this is super interesting. It's like a peek behind the curtain at how companies are already thinking. An AI can look at a job description and see that tasks like managing visa applications are both important and really easy to automate. But here's the key. That doesn't mean the HR manager is out of a job. It means their job gets redesigned to focus on the strategic things AI can't do, like driving the people agenda.
So how do you actually start working with AI? It all starts with something called prompt engineering, which sounds way more complicated than it is. Seriously, just think of it like giving really, really good directions. You start with a clear goal. Then you write a super specific prompt. Not just write an ad, but who it's for, what the product is, the tone, the context, the whole 9 yards. Then you test what you get back and tweak it. This simple little workflow is becoming a core skill for pretty much everyone.
And beyond just prompting, there are a few other key tech skills you'll want to have on your radar. You got to understand how to weave AI into your daily tasks, how to look at data and actually make smart decisions with it, the basics of the cloud, because that's where all this stuff lives, and of course, a little cybersecurity awareness to keep everything safe. You don't need to be a world-class expert, but having a basic feel for these areas is becoming non-negotiable. But here's the thing. Tech skills are only half the battle. They're just the ticket to get into the game. Once you know how to work with the machines, the next most important step is to double down on what you can do that they absolutely can't. And that brings us right to our second pillar, the irreplaceable human edge.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Let the AI handle the boring, routine stuff, the scheduling, the first draft, the data crunching. That frees up your brain power for the things that actually create value, like coming up with a breakthrough idea, mentoring a teammate, or building a real relationship with a client.
And believe me, companies are absolutely starving for these skills. They are desperately looking for people who can think creatively to solve brand new problems, leaders who can inspire a team through constant change, and people who are just plain resilient and can roll with the punches. Why? Because you can't automate growth. You can't automate innovation.
And look, this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good idea. We've got the data. A recent PwC report found that a whopping 77% of CEOs are genuinely concerned that they can't find enough creative and innovative talent. That is a massive skills gap. And wherever there's a gap, there's a huge opportunity for anyone willing to step up and fill it.
Okay, so you've got the tech skills to partner with AI, and you're leaning into your unique human skills that AI can't touch. What's missing? The third and final piece of the puzzle is the glue that holds it all together: business context. This is all about having a deep, real-world understanding of the industry you actually work in.
Let's make this super clear. Picture a financial technology company. Who do you think is more valuable to them? The rockstar developer who is a genius at code but knows nothing about finance, or the pretty good developer who deeply understands financial regulations, customer needs, and the market? It's the second one, every single time. Your domain knowledge is what turns your tech skills into high-impact, real-world solutions. And we're seeing this play out in real time, especially in these massive growth sectors. Just look at the green economy. The global shift to sustainability is creating this huge wave of brand new, highly specialized jobs that literally didn't even exist a decade ago. If you have expertise in this specific area, you are in an incredibly powerful position right now. And that value, you can see it reflected right here, in the paychecks. These really high salaries aren't just for knowing how to use a piece of software. They're for professionals who can combine technical know-how with deep, specialized knowledge of sustainability. It's that magic combo of our pillars that really commands a premium. This idea of tech and business blending together is a huge trend. Gartner is predicting that by 2030, a full 80% of technology roles will require product management skills. What does that mean? It means understanding the customer, the market, and the business goals, not just how to write the code. That's the essence of business context.
All right, we have covered a lot of ground. We've talked about the three pillars: AI-augmented skills, your unique human edge, and deep business context. Now let's bring it all home and put it together into a simple action plan for you to start building your own future-proof career.
This slide basically says it all. The core transition you need to make is moving from the column on the left to the one on the right. So instead of spending your day on manual data entry, you're using AI to analyze that data and make a strategic call. It's not about stopping coding, it's about letting an AI copilot handle the routine stuff so you can focus on the complex, creative architecture. You're moving from just being a doer to being a thinker and a strategist.
And you want to know the best part? You are not in this alone. Companies are on your side. Look at this chart. Their top strategies for the future are all about investing in their own people. They are pouring money into reskilling and upskilling. They're funding training. They're integrating new tech. They would much rather invest in you than try to replace you.
So at the end of the day, it's actually pretty simple. Your roadmap for a successful, thriving, future-proof career is the powerful combination of these three pillars. It's the synergy of tech skills, your human skills, and your business context that makes you not just relevant, but totally indispensable. Ultimately, the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we actively build every single day. The job shifts we've talked about aren't happening in some distant future. They're happening right now. That means the skills of tomorrow have to be learned today. So the only real question left is, what will you start learning?